It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Boston Celtics in Boston. Taking a look at the Celtics, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And what a beginning to the season we've had. Some amazing plays, some huge games. Shaq, for the teams that have gotten out to a fast start, how do they go about maintaining that momentum?
Well, it's called PPM, Ernie. Perseverance, physically and mentally. Put your hands up, Ernie. Put your hands up, Kenny.
Okay.
Touch it.
All right.
Join hands. You just got to ride the wave and don't overthink it. Bring it back, Kenny. Oh, there you go. Ride the wave. Don't overthink. One last time. Ride the wave. There you go.
Oh,
Bring it back. Yeah, and then ride the wave. Yeah,
I got it.
I caught my hands.
What does that have to do with maintaining that momentum?
You got to ride the wave, Ernie.
Oh, okay.
That's the point I was trying to make.
Well, have you got something that doesn't require physical demonstration?
Well, I just say that your hands were very soft. I just want to say that. You do a good job of, moisturizing.
Moisturizing.
Yeah,
yes.
you do.
And you know what it was? It was some of that Gold Bond. Man up, Ernie.
Oh, my goodness, man. Well, let's just keep improving and see what happens.
Let's go courtside. Kevin Harlan has the call.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Everyone in their seats here in Boston to watch the Celtics on the home court with Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. And we have a surprise guest, folks. There he is, the four-time All-NBA first-teamer, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, NBA champion, which he's probably most happy about, most proud of, Kevin Garnett. Thanks so much for joining us for the game.
Thank you for having me, man. Shout out to 2K. You know what it is, 2K? Right. OBF all day, yeah.
But you can't play 2K while we're doing 2K.
No, we can't play it right now, but I'm waiting. Shout to Shaq on this cover. Shout to my dog Shaq. That's dope. That's what's up. Gas Shaq is on there. Right. Love that. That's what's up. These are deserving, man. That's what's up.
Looking at Boston, they took a win in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn. And guys, it could have gone either way. Nearly won that one by 2. Mindset you have to have. In the end, winning titles should be the ultimate goal. Kevin, what a lot of fans don't get to see is all the work players do behind the scenes at home, before games, after games, on off days. Can you talk a little bit about that? Getting your body ready from the end of one game to play the next game. I mean, I've seen it, but you talk about it.
Yeah, the wellness starts right after you stop playing. The minute you come off the court, you're iced. You got to do progressions where right after the game, you shower. Obviously, you got to get massages. You got to get some type of wellness on your legs, just because you're running so much. People don't know that you have to lift weights. When we was in Boston, we lift every other day. We had a strenuous strength program. Shout to Bidu. Brian Dew, who's our strength coach up there, never let us get a day off. And if you didn't lift weights, then we find you as a player. Players find you. Because it's important for you to come in here and be strong. We need everybody to be as strong as they can be. So you have to lift. And then actually, you practice. But after practice, you have to put time into your own personal game.
Right. So much goes into it. It's amazing. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Durant and Draymond Green, talented forward duo. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's McGee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Durant missing. On defense, Golden State. It's a 3-point game. And Kevin, you played for some great coaches, but is there any coach you would have been interested to work with that just didn't get a chance to? Say, Greg Popovich or Phil Jackson.
Those are great coaches. I've had very, very little time with those guys.
Maybe in all-star games and things like that.
I have. But, when you do all-star games, you let yourself go. You open up yourself to try to, be there and be present with the guys. Open up, hey, what's up? What's been up with you? How's the year for y'all? Y'all playing well? Beat y'all when we see y'all, blah, blah, blah. But, you're very cordial. And, you're not talking too much about X's and O's. But you do share perspectives. You do share, philosophies. Pop is a great mind. I had a chance to sit with him a couple times. Phil's a great mind. Phil's super deep and loves the philosophy of. I haven't had a lot of time with those guys. Doc Rivers, shout to Doc, and I know he doesn't get a lot for his philosophies, but he's very enriched with philosophies and styles and bringing teams together and trying to make sure that guys stay connected, stimulated. He would always tell us, never get bored with the process.
Wow, that's so intriguing. Interesting to hear. And there's the pass to McGee. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
In my opinion, he's more of a combo guard than a true point. Curry showing Hall of Fame vision that time.
And people may not know, KG, that you're not just a broadcaster for 2K, but you're a member of the 2K community.
Have you been keeping up with the community, man?
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Man, listen, shout out to all the 2K players out there. I'm Jizzle Lord, y'all know what it is. I'm Jizzle Lord 5. Shout to my OBF team, y'all know what it is. Shout to Dex, shout to Bug, shout to everybody out there playing. Right, we definitely.
Wow.
It's all good. I'm OBF, I'm about the team, I'm gang, you know what it is. Jizzle Lord, y'all holler at me, y'all know what it is, 2K. Right.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Irving against Curry. Irving kicks to Hayward. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Hayward's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Warriors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Kevin, there was such a whirlwind around your trade to the Celtics from the Timberwolves. What were the thoughts and emotions at that time?
You know what? Being in Minnesota at the time, it was very difficult for me. I didn't necessarily want to leave. I had a goal to bring the city a championship, and I felt like I could do that. Nothing worse than when you have to deal with the reality of change. I'm not the one for change, even though I do know in order to process or progress better, you have to embrace some change. So with the help of my friends from Chauncey Billups, Toronto, I sat and I thought through it with those guys who have been through the trade process and talking to me, getting me to understand my options. And once I understood all my options, then I just, it was about what was best for me and my family.
Wow, yeah, there's a lot to consider. And the basket by Curry.
Probably isn't a better catch-and-shoot player in the game. Steph right on time once again.
For Boston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Kevin, when you played, we all know how intense you were, how much you cared. That, to me, was the thing that you cared so much about the product, about your team, about the game. But some people have said that maybe there was a streak of you that was mean is maybe not the right word, but you were overly aggressive. But I don't know how you could have played any differently than that.
I call it dialed in. I like to think that if you're trying to accomplish something, then, I only know one way to accomplish something. You go at it with everything you have.
Yes.
You go to dominate it and take it over. You don't go at something lightly.
Can't walk through the park with this game,
not at all. Not at all. And this game is full of talented elites. Night in, night out, you're playing someone that can typically go for 50 easy.
So true. Boston making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Smart. And then for Golden State, Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. And Morris drops them both.
While the shooting that Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
Jaylen Brown is out of UC Berkeley. He has sought out the mentorship of greats like Isaiah Thomas, the original Isaiah Thomas, the first Isaiah Thomas. How key is that for young players, you think, Kevin, to tap into your knowledge? Talk to an Isaiah Thomas or a Shaq.
It's important, man. The OGs have the knowledge. We like to call it the YGs, the younger generation. And what you get from an OG is that he's going to give you stuff that intangibles, things parents, relatives, family can't give you, things that go in the locker rooms, things that that helps you prepare. when you get knowledge like this, you have to apply it. You have to use it to the best of your ability. More importantly, you have to see how it fits you. You'll get some advice from a great, and at some point, you have to see how it relates to you and your life. And then, and we like to say not only the way you give back, but the way you pay an OG back is that when you become an OG, you see a YG, you give them those same jewels that some OG gave you at one point.
Oh, look at that. Just a mere flick of the wrist. So calm and smooth. Steph Curry.
Morris outside. Pass to Rozier. On the wing, Morris. Defended by Durant from 13. Morris kicks to Brown. Here's Tatum. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Warriors leading. Here's Iguodala. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Iguodala's got his first points of the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Tatum kicks to Rozier. In the corner. Tatum with it. From outside, off the mark. Look at the last game for the Golden State Warriors. It was a win against the Magic.
Well, listen, they own the boards at both ends of the floor in that game, and that's what won it for them. Those extra possessions were invaluable.
Oh, yeah. Good fundamentals, maximum effort, rebounding, a clear focal point of their strategy.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, and I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this Flash brother to let her rip.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you what, when you allow them to speed up the tempo, there's a good chance you're going to fall behind.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Iguodala. Livingston is out there with Steph Curry. And it's Young, and it's Pachulia in at the 5, down low. The Warriors trail. Kevin, coming out of high school, you were relatively mature for your age, at 17, turning 18, but do you ever regret not trying college and just seeing what that experience would have been like? I mean, it's such a long time ago, but you've had some chance probably to get some perspective on both sides of that story.
You know what, Kev, I look at it like the unknown is the unknown. Obviously, I've had friends that went to college. Some of my best friends went to college. And I think I've kind of lived it through them a little bit. Listen, when you have responsibility early in life.
Which you did.
Which I did.
Yes.
And, so from a mature level, things that interest me are not that interesting as you get older, especially when you have to deal with a vigorous schedule, an NBA schedule. I wasn't able to, be the 17, 18-year-old to chill, have, lean on the parents a little bit, be able to be at home, coming home through the weekends. I had a real life that I was responsible for, and I was growing something. I was building something. I was trying to not just be a young player in our league, but a young businessman wanting to establish something for myself, my friends, my family. Can't do those things thinking like a normal 17, 18-year-old. You're taking pieces from grown men around you all the time. You're around people who need something all the time. At some point, you have to put all this together, and you have to make it work for you, and you have to put your spin on it and for how it works for you and your brand. And you have to be innovative with that. You have to be creative with that. You have to have a vision.
Wow, there's a lot to consider. Kevin, you were a mainstay All-Star Week. You've seen everything there. If it were up to you, would you make any changes in All-Star Week in the events and the way everything is kind of carried out? You went to so many.
I have. And you know what? Each city gives you a true essence of its own identity. I would like to see each city get a chance to host, regardless of if it's big enough or not. I think that each city has the ability to host. I think each city...
if you're with the family, then you should be able to host in the family, right?
Well, not only that, but just think about what All-Star is, man. It's an event. It's a family event. And each city wants to be able to show you their best thing about their city.
I mean, just the ultimate glue guy. Green's strongest asset may be his ability to contribute across the board.
Al Horford with the rebound. Celtics trail by 4. Kevin, it's been said that some guys hated to play against you. Is there someone you hated to play against for whatever reason?
No.
You enjoyed every challenge?
I enjoyed every competitor because on the offensive side of the ball, I was always challenged when to use counters or what type of moves I was using. I took a lot of pride in having a variety of moves for different types of defenses, and each guy is going to bring out a different side of the offense in you. And then turning around and then being that defender and being able to guard the post player or the post or whatever the post player was or whatever. Rasheed Wallace was always a tough guard. Tim Duncan was always a tough guard. Zach Randolph was always a tough guard. Chris Webber, Dice, Karl Malone, great names.
Kevin, some of the relatively new rules protecting players, the breakaway, the flagrant 1, the flagrant 2. Are you in favor of all this stuff?
I'm in favor for players' health. You know, anything that is going to be detrimental to a player's health, I feel like, you know, the player's health is the first and only obligation. That's all I've ever worried about. You know, foul play, you know, I think every player should always understand it's a way to foul. It's a way to be able to, send a message. But in the heat of the moment, I get it. Things happen. I would just hope that all players out there will continue to, care about and respect the game.
The defense is doing just enough to bother him on the jump.
Warriors leading by 4. Kevin, growing up watching the game of basketball, who were some of your earliest influences?
My early influences in the game of basketball was Magic Johnson, obviously Michael Jordan, and then Chris Webber. Chris Webber, Malik Sealy was kind of like the younger generation of my inspiration. Yeah. St. John's was one of the destinations. Michigan was one of my college destinations. So those guys were my natural inspirations early on when I was young.
Oh, and a nice look by Livingston, keeping his eyes up. Locates the man.
Horford, and finished off by Horford.
And if that doesn't get too fired up, guys, nothing will.
Right, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Well, also a miscommunication on defense. No one rotates over. See ya.
Here's Young, following the bucket by the Celtics. From about 16, Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Outside Irving. In the corner, Smart with it. This ball movement by Boston. It's stolen by Green. Just his first attempt. Good, he hits the jump shot. Livingston's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second. So, hey, that's what they got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Tatum. Durant's checked in for Golden State. Curry comes in for Sean Livingston. Adding a lot of flavor to the mix, Kevin Garnett. Kevin, thanks for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Hope you join us again sometime.
Man, Kevin, it's always a pleasure, man. It's always great to see you, man. Anytime you need me, you holler at me, all right?
Future Hall of Famer and a terrific person, Kevin Garnett. What a treat it is, Greg, to have KG with us. Always offers so much insight. Played the game for an amazing 21 seasons.
Yeah, you know, when he first entered the league, everybody was wowed by the athleticism. But what became more apparent really early on were the instincts for which he had for the game. And that's what he brings, I feel like, to the broadcast.
Here's Curry following the basket by Kyrie Irving from 15 feet away. And the shot no good, a bit short. Celtics trail by 4. He kicks to Baines. 17 seconds left in the second quarter. 4 on the clock. On its way from Irving for 2. Good D by Thompson. Curry. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Warriors ahead, up 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Draymond, a strong first half offensively for the team. What are you doing right?
We're just letting them show us what's open. You got to just make sure we stay patient on the offensive end and let them tell us what play to make, where the open man is. We've been doing a great job of that. We got to keep it up in the second half.
Yeah, the defense leads you to the open man. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome back,
Show.
everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, their ball movement was phenomenal. Now, they're in good position to win this game, large in part because of those assists. And this is the thing, Ernie. When you win as a team, you feel better about everything that happens.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Well, on offense, I like to see them play inside out more. Attack the basket, generate easy points. And then once the defense collapses, kicking out to the perimeter for open looks. Trust me, I know. Rick Fox, big shot Bob, that's all we did.
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
Never a shortage of motion on Soldiers Field Road as we welcome you back to historic Boston. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Here's Irving.
You know, the Warriors, this team has one of the most potent offenses ever. Now, a big part of why that is so is because of their passing, their ball movement, their cutting. Everyone on this team can set someone up for an easy finish.
This is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Irving is out there with Smart. And it's Hayward in at the 3 spot. It's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Durant, the pass to Curry. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Curry's got the first basket of the second half here for the Warriors. So it's the Celtics now. They trail by 7. And with the Warriors, their ball movement, Chris, and cuts are the key to this offense, as you were talking about. You could see it the last few seasons with their astronomical assist numbers as a team.
Yeah, it seems like every basket they make, Kevin, come off an assist. I mean, every guy buys into looking for that extra pass. It's a very smart and flexible offense, and the result is a beautiful basketball.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you spend all that time in the locker room trying to get mentally prepared. Then you come out, give up that.
Good work defensively by Horford.
He's trying to help him add to this lead, but he just can't find his touch.
Morris into the lane. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Now look, Marcus Morris, he's a player who's never going to be a star when you look at the stats, but he brings a great amount to the team. Usually the heart and soul of his team. He can score in a multitude of ways, inside and outside.
Rozier, he's checked in for Boston. Pachulia, he's checked in for the Warriors. And Morris drops them both. And see, Webb, as you mentioned with Morris, the value he brings in his ability to fill in gaps on a roster. Very much a glue guy that is needed for successful teams.
Well, yeah, Kevin, and I like the mentality that Morris brings to the team. I like his heart. He's never afraid to go at a defender one-on-one, keeps his teammates involved, holds his guys accountable. Love his game.
Horford's shot is good.
Excellent job by Horford to shoot that as soon as he caught it. Just outstanding and giving the team no time to react.
Curry dishes to Green. Pachulia sets a screen for Green. He feeds it to Pachulia. Durant with a wide open look. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going after it.
Nice shot by Smart.
Well, that's just a great start to the half for them. Their offense is clicking, and they have made 3 of their first 4 shots.
Green with a screen for Curry. Green kicks to Thompson. Durant in the corner. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Durant's got 11 points.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
To the left side wing. From downtown, Horford no luck. Warriors leading by 4. Durant in the corner. Back to Green. Passes it to Curry. To the middle. Here's Durant. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Durant's got 8 points in the quarter. Rozier the pass to Hayward. Stolen by Thompson. And Curry has it in the corner. Green the screen. And Thompson kicks to Green. 6 to shoot. And Curry has it in the corner. Another 3 for Golden State. Well, Chris, you played for a number of coaches in your storied career. What's the one thing that the average NBA fan doesn't give coaches enough credit for, would you say?
I would say they don't give coaches enough credit for understanding players, and not just how players play, but understanding players' moods, understanding the idiosyncrasies of the guys just being, just the fact that they're totally immersed in basketball. So the fact that you may have a guy that knows offense, coach knows offense, he knows defense, he knows styles of plays, he knows more than the offense that he's just bringing to the table. So I would just say I think the overall knowledge and years put in to being a coach is probably the most underestimated attribute by fans.
That's great. Now a timeout called by Boston. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Marcus Smart. And the Celtics with possession here following Durant's three-point attempt. Morris, no good.
Jeez. Maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Yeah, didn't it seem like it just a pretty thoughtless play on his part? All style, no substance.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
Now here's Tatum. After the miss from Stephen Curry. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Tatum. Iguodala outside. Durant in the corner. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Brown. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And they're just playing fast and loose. Sometimes that'll burn you.
Like right here, you have to value each possession, especially when you're behind.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. Here's Golden State. They're on a 16-5 run here. Curry dishes to McGee. They set the pick. The screen from Thompson. Iguodala the pass to Curry. From the line. No good that time. Celtics trail by 11. Tatum kicks to Morris. Morris against Durant. Shoots it. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Durant's got 15.
And KD just keeps coming at you with that jumper. There isn't anything you can
Okay, hey, bottom line is, good things are going to happen, bad things are happening. How you respond is the biggest key. Let's go.
And Brad Stevens moments ago focusing on what they can do now rather than worrying about what's already happened.
Yeah, this is all you can do. Put all of your energy into this moment. The past, the future, they don't matter.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. The sharpshooters Curry and Thompson are at the 1 and the 2. Iguodala at small forward with Durant playing the 4. And it's McGee in at the center locking down the middle.
Two shots.
And the first one drops.
Sometimes with the amount of weapons that this team has, players have the tendency to defer. But Curry is at his best when he's aggressive and aggressive early. Took some time to realize that last season, but it clicked. He is still the engine that powers the offense.
And with Curry and the team being better when he is aggressive, C-Web, he is such a great passer, but space just opens up for everyone when he is in attack mode.
Well, look, for a superstar, it's really tough to find your balance, when to take over, when to initiate, when to defer. And they're learning that. But given how hot Curry can get and how he can win a game early, you want him, even as a point guard, to look for his points early.
Smart dishes to Brown. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Durant's got 7 rebounds in the game. Baseline try. They get the rebound. Iguodala. That shot, no good. Celtics trail by 15. Shoots. Goes back up. Horford with the bucket. Getting it done inside.
You have got to box out Horford on the glass, given his size.
Irving against Curry. Dishes it to Durant. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Baseline Jae on the way. Again, Iguodala missing.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
It's good on the putback.
Well, that's the kind of effort they love to see from Smart. He's sticking his nose in there and doing some work on the offensive boards.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. McGee a screen. Curry kicks to Iguodala. They double team Iguodala. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. He dishes it to Brown. Irving for 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Irving's got it back down to within single digits for the Celtics. Durant, the pass to Thompson. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. McGee a screen. 3-pointer. Warriors the rebound. Here's Curry. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Curry's got 4 points in the quarter.
His confidence level is through the roof today. It usually is anyway, but guarding him out to about 28 feet because he's killing from long range.
The Celtics making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Draymond Green is checked in for Ante Zizic. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He warned them they've got to get back in transition. He said they've given up way too many fast break points, and he said we have to slow the pace of the game down and force them into taking some tough shots. Kevin?
He is really feeling it right now. I mean, this is his second 3 of the half.
Irving for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the deep.
To the paint, here's McGee. Makes it off the glass. And the Warriors lead by 9.
And just the fact that Curry doesn't force anything, just runs the offense the way it's supposed to.
Morris, no good.
But just the presence of the D in the lane is enough to make him short arm that lane.
No good from Durant. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 6 assists here tonight.
Terrific use of the catch-and-shoot jumper for Morris, catching the deep flat-footed and torching them as a result.
Now, here's Thompson, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't happy.
The 3, that's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket for Morris.
Now, these shots are important for Morris to make, demonstrating why he is seen as a leader of this squad.
Curry against Irving. Here's Durant, and again, no good by Golden State.
That's a great job of conversion from inside and complete that easily.
And again, Boston with the triple.
You got to appreciate the poise of Irving. He's always composed, especially on important possessions.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we reached the 4th quarter. There's the screen. McGee a screen. A shot by Thompson. No one's around. Nice hit again. And the layup good by McGee.
Look, he doesn't waste time. Once he gets the rebound, he does what he should. Goes right back up.
Irving dishes to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
That's just outstanding awareness. Remarkable at finding this guy's going to wide open.
Timeout called the Warriors. For the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Horford's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Irving against Curry to take the lead, and the layup good by Irving. Irving's got 16 points here in the second half.
And you got to admire Irving in these situations. Doesn't let pressure overwhelm him. In fact, he embraces it.
Now here's Curry. Feeds it to McGee. It's in! A huge shot to tie it up.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
We want people to tune in, don't we? This is what they're tuning into. Big moment.
Irving against Curry. On the wing, Irving. Hayward outside. Irving passes to Hayward. Second chance effort. The feeds are smart. In the corner, it's Hayward. Knocks down the trifecta.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Stacks on stacks on stacks. They're looking to stack up some points. They've gotten into a nice groove from it.
Now here's Curry. McGee a screen. Curry kicks to Durant. McGee a screen on Hayward. Steps back and fires. Durant, no good. Irving dishes to Hayward. Money!
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible.
Thompson passes to Curry. Green. They get it back. And another shot. Off target with that shot. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. Just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in, and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.